Hi Taurus, welcome. I'm Joy and this is Taurus Tarot, and we are getting a reading for you. All right, so we're asking what is important for Taurus to know right now. What is important for Taurus to know right now? That is what we're asking Spirit. So we're asking Spirit to please give us the message that Taurus needs to hear right now. What is important for Taurus to hear right now? What is important for Taurus to hear right now? So things that were immediately coming in was this feeling of being kind of caught up in material things. And, you know, Taurus does like material things, right? But it was to the point where the material, concern over the material was trumping, and yeah, I don't like that word very much anymore, but it was kind of, you know, being prioritized over the spiritual, over the, you know, the unseen, over the internal world, over the world behind the veil. So you know, and it's easy to be consumed in the 3D reality right now, because there's so much going on, right? So much going on in the world right now that it is easy to get consumed in it. But at the same time, if we are getting our information from, you know, mainstream media, even non-mainstream media, but if we are looking for information outside ourselves, you know, we have to be very careful, because there is typically an agenda attached to it, right? And what you're doing is you're saying, I am going to take somebody else's truth over my own truth. And so instead, what really, you know, might be better for us to happen is to really be, you know, more focused on our spiritual growth, and more focused on obtaining truth directly from source. Like, you know, putting away the you know, watching the news 24 hours a day, or being on social media 24 hours a day, you know, putting that aside and not allowing it to cloud the information that is coming directly from the source. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was getting. So let's see what the cards say. So here we have the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, Death, and the Four of Swords. So yeah, so I was really immediately feeling this card as, you know, fun and games, partying, you know, having a good time, and that's great. You know, how all of those things are really great. However, when they become the priority for us, right, this feel-good kind of vibe, right, this searching for this feel-good vibe all the time of, like, you know, enjoying yourself, being constantly entertained. You know, this is something that is, yes, it's definitely is something important. It's an experience of life that is valuable. But when that becomes a priority, it can put you in a difficult place, because you cannot constantly be entertained. Okay, you cannot. There has to be moments of, like, downtime too. And so we have this here, we have two threes together, right? The Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. And and together I am feeling like, you know, you're in this mode here of taking it all in through your senses, right? Like, you, like, taking everything in through your senses, as far as like, eating really good foods, and listening to like really great music, and dancing and partying, and feeling that buzz you feel from drinking wine or alcohol, or taking something more, and kind of being in that space. Yeah, it's like, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's like you go out and you party on the weekend, but on Monday you got to get back to work, sort of thing, right? And then this, I'm kind of feeling as like, it's like you've been searching for it on and on and on and on. You're looking for it. You're waiting. You're constantly waiting for it to present itself. But the way I'm really feeling it is that it's a distraction for you right now. It's a real distraction. It's almost like an addiction, almost, to this feel goodness that you are getting from the outside material world. Yeah, and it's almost like searching for the next high, sort of. And it's nothing wrong with enjoying life. You have to enjoy life. That's part of the beauty of it, right? But at the same time, and I feel like of these times that we are in now, it is especially critical for you to stand for something, for you to like discover what your purpose is. Like, why are you here on this planet? Are you only here to party and have a good time and be with friends and dance and get high, and then wait for it to come around again and constantly be looking for it? Or are you here for a different reason? Are you here to take a different position? And so, of course, then we have this death card right next to these two cards. And I'm really, really feeling like something needs to be put to rest. Something needs to be put to rest. This addiction, I keep hearing addiction. It's a tool. It's something that you're using to escape from what it is you really need to do, why you are really here, what your purpose is, your soul purpose. Yeah. It feels like there's some addiction getting in the way here. That's definitely what it is. It's like looking for the next fix, like getting that high from life, and then whatever it is, whether it be alcohol or women or partying or men or drugs, whatever it is. It's like you're searching for that high, but it's really a distraction for you. It's not something that is really serving your best interest. In fact, it's something that is distracting you from what is really your higher purpose. And yeah, so this could really come across as like, coming home from work, or if you're working from home, like ending your working day, and then like you need to have that glass of wine to take the edge off. But the next thing you know, one glass of wine turns into another, and then you're binging Netflix at the same time, right? As soon as your like work day is over, and then you get feeling good, and then it's time to go to bed. And so where in between that is there time for you to be with yourself and be with your soul self and know who you are as a soul? So yes, we do have to go through the motions of this 3D world to an extent, right? Because we do have to pay the bills, right? We do have to, we have responsibilities, yeah. But at the same time, like, is that what you want your life to be about? Like just going through the motions and looking for that next fix? Or is there something deeper and more meaningful and more purposeful there for you, but you are not looking at it because you're being distracted with these earthly, feel good energies that keep you kind of in one place and don't really necessarily allow you to move beyond anything else. And this is you know, and I feel like there's some shadow work here that needs to be done too. And this, you know, this partying and looking for the next fix, or this, you know, this getting high on you know, not necessarily on drugs, but like on earth. I mean, it could be Netflix, right? It could be online shopping or whatever it is, but it's like this earthly distraction that is like keeping you temporarily feeling good, but then it's not long lasting, and so you keep waiting for the opportunity to like get your fix again, sort of, right? And so it's like this feel good, but that is not, it's this feel good that doesn't last. It's this feel good that is not substantial. It's not from the soul, you know. So it's time to like really put that to rest. Put that to rest. As scary as it may be to let go of those things, which it is. I'm feeling some fear from this card for sure. You know, as scary as it may be to let go of those things that make you feel good, like, you know, drinking or smoking or partying or shopping or binging on Netflix or eating. As hard as it is, as scary as it is to let go of those things, it's required from you right now. It's required of you right now. And to move beyond, to move to the next level, to raise your vibration, it's required of you. And Spirit is asking you right now to let those things go, so that you can make room for the things that need to come in. And yes, it may be a little bit scary at first, and yes, it may require you to look within. Here we go. It may require you to look within and to find out what those thoughts and those beliefs are that are like, you know, threatening to pierce you at any given moment, that you are trying to avoid with this feel good. What are those things? What are those thoughts and ideas that you feel are threatening you? I feel like these three swords here are threatening to pierce him at any moment, right? And what are those things for you? What are those things that you're afraid of, that you're afraid are gonna stab you and you know, pierce you in a way that you feel you're not prepared for? This is asking you, Spirit is asking you to find out what those things are, to you know, to explore your shadow self, so that you can move beyond this need to get a fix, right? And move into something greater. And so these two cards had fallen out too, and they fell over this way, and I wasn't sure if I was going to use them, so I just kept them on the side. So we will flip them. And so look, I mean, we have the Lovers and the King of Cups. And this, like, here we go. This is, I mean, the Lovers and the King of Cups, you can't really ask for better energy than that. That is something that is deep, substantial, penetrating. It's something that is just this wholesome energy that I'm feeling here, right? And it's a very, very different feeling of this. And, you know, the Three of Cups is not necessarily, nor is the Three of Wands necessarily like, you know, bad things, right? But the feeling that I was really getting from these two cards together was like this addiction of, you know, wanting to feel good and not being able to move past that, and using that as a distraction to get to what you really need to be looking at and figuring out. So some shadow work that needs to be done here. And it's going to bring you, you know, to this more substantial energetic resonance, this higher vibration of love, really, right? So you have the Lovers here, and you know, the Lovers are like this feminine and masculine energy coming together to create something beautiful and whole. And then of course the King of Cups is this wonderful character, this, you know, archetype of like having it together, you know, like having being very understanding of your emotions and who you are as a person and what moves you and what doesn't move you. And it's this very mature kind of love that has like so much to offer. Yeah, that is not just selfish. It's like this love that is very mature and giving and kind, but yet knows boundaries. So this is the energy that is in store for you when you are able, Taurus, to do your shadow work. Do your shadow work and figure out what these ideas and beliefs are that you feel threatened by. Okay, and you know, put this addiction and this need to be constantly entertained or constantly feeling good to rest. Put it to rest, because it's not serving you. The only thing it's serving to do is to keep you distracted from your purpose. Alrighty, that is what it is. Whew, this one hits home for me for sure. But you know, that's where the growth and the evolution comes in, right? Is through self-examination and being able to examine your experiences, being able to recognize when you're in a place of resistance or a place of distraction, and being able to move out of that and into you know, a higher love, right? Bring me a higher love. I don't know if that's how it goes, but that's what came to mind. Yeah, so that is what it is, Taurus. Wishing you all the best, sending lots of warm and embracing and beautiful love vibration to you. Aloha and Namaste.